2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Here we go. Philly special. Ready?
The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions.
Good evening, it's Monday, December 22nd, 2025, and welcome to the Broken Bell Network's last show of the year, even though there's still games to be played. Tonight, your favorite Broken Bell Network personalities, and Fuzzy, will host a Hans Gruber-style free-fall show of topics. We'll fight over the topics like they're Turbo Man toys. All that, plus maybe more. We'll talk with the Sixers, the Flyers, the Eagles, the Phillies, all the good stuff on tonight's episode on the Broken Bell Network. I don't even know what to call it. Like, which show is this? Philly, Northeast Philly? I don't know.
The ultimate showdown.
I blame Chris. I blame Fuzzy.
Extravaganza of sorts.
Well, it's our holiday show.
The Christmas Bazaar.
Remember that? Yeah. Remember the Christmas Bazaar in grade school? And did you guys you spent more money on yourself than like each person, right?
Never.
Oh, I never had that as a kid. So we never had.
You didn't have a school bazaar? You didn't have
really?
I
was out in the boonies, man. Like, it was hard enough to buy lunch, let alone buy a keychain for your parents. So,
yeah.
But it is funny when my kids were in grade school, and Nolan still is, and the stuff he buys himself is hilarious.
The gift my kid picks me out is like a money clip. Dude, I don't carry cash. You know this.
Right.
Like, what? Like, why are you even getting me this? Yeah, it was cool. It was funny. Okay. How you boys doing? Good weekend for sports in Philly, huh?
Yes, it was.
Oh, yeah.
So let's do this by the numbers and do by the books. We're just gonna recap. We'll do a round table of it. It's okay if someone didn't mention something, you can carry over and bring it up for like a team highlight. We should go in chronological order as far as things kind of go, but if we don't, we don't. But make sure you bring it up. Do we want to start with the Sixers? Do we want to go that route, like in terms of like the year that was the Philadelphia Sixers?
Sure, why not?
What a disappointing. That was their first losing season since 2017. Terrible, right?
Wow.
I mean, plagued with phantom injuries throughout.
I hear you, but I mean, that was like the final season of the process, right? Of like the rebuild or whatever, and that's the exclamation point on it, or the whatever you want to.
That it's finally over.
Yeah, I mean,
most fans were over it already.
Fuzzy was over because he stopped watching. When did you stop watching, Chris?
Are we talking about last season?
Yeah. We got it because it's last season was this year.
I think I watched 5 minutes of last season.
It was tough. It was a tough pill.
That's more than Embiid.
Oh.
No. He watched every game. It was playing time that was the question.
True.
Would you guys say a real turning point was the draft of Edgecombe in the season? Like, I mean, he's obviously a highlight on the team. Do you think that was this is like a pivotal point for the team, him being such a high draft?
I think it was when they re-signed Kyle Lowry, who's 39 years old. I think he's played about 5 minutes.
As soon as you said Kyle, it came out of your mouth. I I know there's like a whole bunch of Embiid uncertainty at this point. The knee, I guess, is still a thing. I guess the Maxi Edgecombe error is official, right? I would like to think that's what it is.
Yeah, Edgecombe is. I just got to bring it up because I think, Eric, you had posted it out the other day about some of the stuff that Philadelphia fans put out, and the term that you coined was Idiotelfians. And then you see something on Twitter and you're like, oh, maybe Denver, if we offer them Embiid and a protected first round pick, maybe we can get Nikolai Jokic, whatever his name is. Like,
the Joker.
What? Like, it's like I go on Twitter and I get dumber by the minute.
Delulu land. Fans all live in Delulu land. They think they're getting a full return on Castellanos.
You can't do that trade on NBA Live on PlayStation 5.
Yes, you can. Force the trades.
Well, if you force the trade,
Right.
Don't you know how to cheat? Don't you know how to cheat on these games? Come on. It's the only way I put up a franchise winner every year.
Force the trade.
Like that trade in
No cap.
basketball. That trade in basketball is as bad as sitting down and watching Jingle All the Way from beginning to end. Like, it just shouldn't happen. It just shouldn't happen.
It's the whole Luka Doncic thing. Now everyone thinks they can pull off the miracle trade.
That was a very rare situation.
Exactly.
I mean, that was like the sun, the moon, and the stars aligning. The guy wanted done with the current. That will never. Everyone said yes, and everyone was shocked that happened.
No, they weren't. It was the NBA. Like, come on, dude. Like, the NBA is rigged. Like, come on.
Okay.
Dallas trades Luka, whatever, and then they get the number 1 pick for Cooper Flag. Like, I mean, come on. Come on.
Okay. So here we are.
I hear you on that one, man.
Here we are. The second biggest news of the year for Philadelphia basketball news is in 2030 we're going to have a WNBA team. That was announced.
Sport I won't watch.
That was announced back in, I think, the summer, wasn't it? Back in June or something. Yeah. I think it's a great thing for the city. I mean, like, it'll bring revenue no matter what, and I think it's fine. I'm with whoever said it. Was that you, Jared, that you won't watch it? Yeah, a lot of people won't be watching it.
How's it going to bring revenue? Like, isn't it on the verge of going bankrupt anyways, the WNBA?
That's a welfare league. That's not what I meant by that.
No.
Revenue to the city, right? Like, that will generate jobs and whatever. So I'm cool with that. And also, every WNBA team has a really good youth program that kind of revolves around it, which is always a good thing.
I think it can be a success because there were people who were going to Philadelphia Phantoms games. I know it's minor league hockey, but it's
People
and
go to Soul game, went to Soul games. They go to the Wings. Like, people will go to the games, but only because the Wings tickets are $5 to sit next to the glass. Like,
your biggest selling point is you have to get Dawn Staley. It's not going to happen, but Dawn Staley has to be the head coach.
You got 5 years at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a whole lot that's going to go into it at this point. But I think that's fairly big news. I know a lot of people will shit on the WNBA for it being a welfare league. I mean, of course it's a welfare. I mean, there's no way that's going to generate the revenue that the NBA does.
Yeah. Just let me know when Sophie Cunningham's coming to town, and I'll be at that game.
Mm-hmm. There's going to be draws, and there'll be a crowd here in Philly for it. So I'm all for it. Tyler, you get to take over the next team, to be honest with you. The Tortorella era has come to an end. Another losing season for another Philly team was with the Flyers. Give us what you got there for us.
This is the season. The Flyers will make the playoffs this year. When you track so far this season, their point percentage, they've been consistently within the top 3 of their division. So it's going to happen.
Do you think there's a huge cultural shift in the locker room since Ricky Tocchet has taken back
Yeah.
over?
Yeah, I think so. I think
What's
they're
that looking like?
yeah. It looks like. Well, I mean, just it starts with the fundamentals. They shoot more, they score more. Their defense is better than last year because a lot of times when we're down, it's because we just don't have as many shots on goal as the opponent. So, and then once we catch up, then the score goes up. It's just
Definitely a more aggressive team. Fuzz,
Yeah.
what have you been seeing with the Flyers this season?
Like I said, Tockett's trying to get his feet wet. He's trying to figure it out. There was a conversation that they had. What's his name was having on the bench with Michkov the other day. He's trying to figure out how to get him into the game and get him going.
Sorry.
Well, what was that? Oh.
My volume was up on my phone. My bad.
Okay, so
I had Tim Saunders moment.
Yeah. I just, I don't know if the Flyers going to make the playoffs. Vladar's out now. Sam Ersson stinks. So,
Did they slide to they slid to fifth place now? They're in the Metro, right? Is that what they're in? Yeah, they're in the Metro. Yeah, they're in fifth. They came into December in fourth place. They were really kind of like finding a pace. And I think Tocchet's pace, as Tyler pointed out, is much quicker than we're used to.
Mhm.
Yeah, and but they're also they're in the number one wild card right now.
Yeah.
They lost their last 3 games, their last 3 shootouts. So it's going to be an uphill battle. You got to see what you can get from it. I'm actually surprised they haven't gone back to the old divisions because the Atlantic and the Metropolitan is just stupid. But that's just me.
Yeah,
that's just me.
Big
Isn't there a new
Flyers
team
news?
coming too?
Is there?
I heard there was another expansion happening.
I thought so.
Somewhere warm too, where it makes sense that there's hockey coming.
No, it's January 2nd. They're doing the Winter Classic in Miami. God, I hope they all fall through and drowned like the guy in Nightmare on Elm Street 4 when he drowned in his waterbed. Like they
can't support an expansion right now.
I thought it was an NBA expansion.
Yes.
Coming.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, they can't support it. Yeah, there's no way they can support any NHL. Only football or NBA right now could support an expansion. Maybe baseball if you put it in the right city, and I think we all know that's what Louisville probably, or Tennessee or Nashville. Right. Okay. Bernie Perrant passed away this year.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
We won that game, right? We won the BP Memorial game.
We better have.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I think they had like three goals in like 26 seconds or something. It was something wild in that game. That's how I think it stands out to me.
The Flyers have done that 3 times this year. They've scored 3 goals in under a minute.
They've
done it 3 times.
Speed, right, Eric? Is that the different? What do you see different about this versus, like, is it just the people hated Tortorelli so much they didn't want to play for him?
No, this team is so much faster. It's the name of the game, and the Flyers have quite honestly been behind the 8 ball with that for years, and now you're starting to see it, and they're really a fast team now, and they're keeping up. That's the whole thing. They're keeping up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know. Tortorella is a coach you bring in when you're on the verge of, like, when you lose in Eastern Conference Finals or if you lose in the semifinals. Not on a young team. Like, no. Like, you don't do that. Let's be realistic.
Do we? Is
So I'm
anyone?
not wrong.
What's that?
There is talk about the potential of 4 cities for expansion, which are Atlanta, because it worked last time, Houston, Indy, New Orleans, and Austin. And the league has actually put out there that they would like to expand up to 36 teams.
Okay.
The NHL.
The NHL, yeah.
Maybe I'm missing it.
And-
Maybe.
But apparently the commissioner says it's going to cost them $2 billion to buy in.
Right. Where are you getting the
And that was as
capital
of-
for that?
Right around Thanksgiving time, he said that.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
you can wish in one hand and shit in another. See which
Yeah.
one gets filled up for. Yeah. That's.
Yeah.
You need the capital for that, and I don't even know if all of NHL is worth $2 billion. I'm being serious.
Right, Vegas,
Yeah.
Seattle bought in at $650 million, so that's quite a jump to go
Yeah.
from $650 to $2 billion to get a team in.
That's insane.
So,
Yeah, it's just he's just talking his product up. That's his job as a CEO of the company. We want to talk union. I mean, they did have a very big deal the other day. I don't know if you guys really follow it. I've gotten kind of over the last year really gotten into why. I know MLS is a little bit slower than Premier or anything from Europe and all that stuff, but once you get used to it and how slow it is, it's kind of like you understand it's an American touch on it. But I mean, the union's still a good team.
why don't they give like a 7-on-7 a chance in the U.S. The 7-on-7 league, or something where it's going to be high scoring and fast paced, because
You're talking. You're
soccer
almost
as a whole
describing.
is so slow.
You're describing. They need a. What's the one with the futsal?
No, you. So I mean, the Union are a good team. They have a local kid who actually works at the pool, Frankie Westfield. Shout out to him. That all the kids know. But they'll never go 7-on-7. You're not gonna,
They can barely cover the field as is.
right?
Well, it's a smaller field, from what I understand, for 7-on-7s.
And it's
So they have
listen,
to reconstruct a lot. That's a
it's-
lot of money to reconstruct.
It takes a special kind of person to sit down and watch soccer. It's like baseball. If you can sit down and watch baseball, you could probably sit down and watch soccer, but it's not for everyone. I know you can, but like I can watch both. But can you watch golf?
No,
Oh, thank God.
I can't watch golf. I can go and play golf. I can't watch it. Like Dickie will come over and like around Easter and put a golf tournament, whatever tournament's on around Easter. I'm like, I just can't do it. It's just like, I'm like, oh, that's a nice shot. Yay. Even when I went to the one with him down in Delaware, the BMW championship, I think it was.
Mhm.
Even that, I'm just sitting there. I'm like, I just want to grab clubs and shoot. Like, I don't want to watch this.
Even in
I'd
person.
rather hit it.
Like what if you got tickets to go to the tickets to go see like Augusta, like the Masters or something?
I mean, to me, that'd be more about the facility than watching golf happen on it, because it's beautiful facility, legendary. Like, I would just never. I'm just not that into watching the action of golf. I don't even like watching you guys play while we're out playing. Like, I'm gonna go focus on my ball, look at what I got to do, and turn around and watch you shank it into the woods. So
I'm with you.
Yeah.
All right, all of us are gonna spend much more time on this topic because there's been a lot of news since we have, I think, covered a show proper. But let's talk the first place NL East champions, Philadelphia Phillies, 96-66 on the season. Anyone have notable moments you want to talk about this year? Why was it big? Chris, what do you got?
he's calling a shot.
Yeah, are you calling your shot? Yeah, so I thought I was doing.
Jake Taylor.
I'm pointing to first base.
Okay, well, in the world of audio, a little context would help.
Yeah, right.
I had to get myself on camera. I'm pointing to first base.
Okay.
Listen to your catcher, Orion.
Yeah.
So
still would
So
have lost.
yeah, I like that. I mean, yeah, we got some heartbreak going on. We're talking about the NLDS. Obviously we fall 3-1 to the Dodgers, just a much better team at this point. But we got
The best money can buy.
We got a couple of big moments over this season. Like there were quite a few that I think stands out historically for the team. Anyone got one?
I mean, Schwarber's home run streaks, his torrent is tearing up the ball all year long. I mean, it was enjoyable to watch because it was, during the regular season at least, there was a lot of them that happened at key moments.
Yeah.
His 4 home run game was a key game. He hit some walk-offs or some tying up the games. It was enjoyable to watch him during the regular season.
He was clutch.
Yeah.
56 home runs. I think he's second in all of MLB, right? I think he took the 2 spot.
Yeah, because I think Ohtani hit 58 or something like that.
Yeah.
Did what's his name up in Seattle beat him too? The big dumper.
No, I think he was second. I think he was second with 56. I think Dumper had 54.
No, I'm pretty sure. What's his name? Cal Raleigh?
Raleigh.
Cal Raleigh, that's it. My brain went blank.
The Dumper. That's what they call him.
Yeah.
He had.
I think he had 54.
He had 60.
No. That's more than Ohtani.
I know. It's more than Judge, and he should have won MVP.
No, Ohtani was number 1 in home runs this last season.
No, he wasn't. It was Cal Raleigh.
I don't know how he didn't get the MVP then with a 60 home run season. I don't.
Because he's not a Yankee.
Writers are dummies.
That's nuts. That's really nuts.
Same
Wow.
reason Jeremiah Love is not the Heisman winner.
I'm going to highlight Schwarber's MVP All-Star appearance.
That was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah. I mean, it was impressive. It was a really good showing. It kind of kept us, I want to say, we're on the map because, obviously we've gone to the World Series in recent years and have been a playoff contender. But just highlighting one of our own on the big stage like that nationally, it's really nice. I love it. And I think that's what also got him the big bucks from Dombrowski.
My fingers are crossed that he's healthy and a willing participant for this year to do it in our stadium where he knows, and it's, Citizens Bank is a hitter's ballpark, especially if you're left-handed.
Yeah.
In the middle of July, there could be a great show. Him and even Cal Raleigh, the two of them could potentially put on a massive show.
Better close 95. I got a moment for you.
What do you guys think about this one? This signing before you get to your moment. Do you think this was a steal?
No, I think it was just
Not at all.
I feel like it was lateral.
Wow.
I feel it was like lateral to. I feel like it's
somebody else with his hand.
Castellanos without the attitude.
Well, I mean, look.
Where you don't understand them.
Well, here's the whole thing with Garcia.
Yeah.
Okay, you still have as of right now Castellanos on the roster where when he gets moved,
$20 million.
Right, you still have to see how much of that is going to get moved also, or if the Phillies are just going to eat that whole thing. So you got Adolis Garcia for 1 year, $10 million. So essentially, you're going to have $30 million in right field for a guy just to be better defensively. That's pretty much it.
Platooning. There's still platooning talk.
Yeah, I mean, so you're spending $30 million on one position to platoon. Like, I don't see this as an upgrade whatsoever.
Or Casty better learn how to play left field.
I would have.
What do you say, Ty?
Yeah, with Dombrowski, didn't he kind of hint towards that he didn't want to move Casti because he said we're set in the outfield.
Yeah, but he mentioned everybody else but Casti. He
It's-
mentioned
Yeah.
everyone else.
Okay.
It's
I
funny
must
that
not
you
have the
kind
whole
of said
quote.
that. I took it as we're set in the outfield, as in we've made up our mind. Casti's gone.
That's what
Okay.
I'm thinking.
That's like kind of the vibe I got from it, but like, there's right. Greg really doesn't like Castellanos. Jeez. You're talking to a firm Castellanos believer. I was backing guys. Was I not backing him for the years that we had him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you flipped this year faster
I did.
than
I don't like that attitude. When you are making $20 million a year and not producing, your mouth should be definitely not as open, as wide as it is. So he brought that onto himself. You're a big boy making big money, and that's on you. You shouldn't have opened up your mouth to your boss when you didn't have to. What do you guys think about Zach Wheeler and that situation this year with the injury, the surgery, overall his return for next year? But we don't need to really talk about that.
That was my.
You could definitely.
That was my bittersweet moment. Yeah.
So, it sets you back. Right, sets you back. He's your ace. He's your guy. How do you think the team responded to it, Tyler?
he was having a
How do
great
you-
year too.
Fantastic, because seeing Sanchez, and we argued about this earlier, but seeing Sanchez move into that 1A instead of 1B, if you want to call it that, but like I think they responded really well.
I think they put in a very good rotation that made up for not missing him. There was times where you were like, wow, they're really, are they doing it for him? Are they, but whatever their motivation was for playing, the starting rotation was not really the problem other than Nola. Eric, what's the biggest moment for the Phillies this year for you? Stand out. You're like, that was a 2025 moment.
I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to baseball, I was not very much believing in this team at all, to be honest with you, because I've seen a consistent downward, trend with them because they keep running it back, and you can't run it back unless you're like have won it. Like they've literally gone to the World Series to completely out of the playoffs in the first round. And I really didn't have, and I've told this to Chris, I've told him this. I was like, I don't really have any good expectations with them. I don't like any of the moves that they've made so far. So I really don't have a standout. I mean, I really don't, except for, if I'm going to say a standout moment, it's going to have to be I want to say the resurgence of Real Muto in the second half of the season, like going down the stretch towards the playoffs. He found his bat again, and he was really one of their most consistent hitters going down the stretch into the postseason. So, that was good to see from a guy his age. Because and another thing, like I've said it to you guys before, like I'm kind of on the outs with him at this point, like just because of his age, but they're stuck. They have no choice. And I'm really surprised that they haven't signed him before Christmas.
Before Christmas,
Really because they don't have anything in the minors, and there's nobody else out there.
Well, that's what I mean.
Do behind the plate what he does. So, if anything, you start dropping him in the lineup and keep him on that roster. Like anybody out there that's available. That's the other side of it. There's guys out there that can do what he's doing, but they're not available. Teams aren't going to give up certain guys.
Yeah.
And then, unless we get that Idiadelphia trade somewhere in there where we end up with Cal Raleigh, like give them Johan Rojas for Raleigh.
That wouldn't be an Idiadelphia trade. That would not be an Idiadelphia trade. That would be an Idiadelphia Seattle trade. Like they would not. There's no like for us that would be a Howie Roseman trade.
True.
Yeah.
But see, here, I'm looking at Greg's comment, though, and he's like, you can't blow it up in baseball. Well, when you haven't won, you got to do something. Like, plug and play is not working for them. Has it worked? Like, I'm seriously asking, has plug and play worked for them?
I mean, the pushback is they got to the World Series within the last 5 years. You want to keep that core. I think the counter argument to that is that core doesn't stay the same age in those 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 years. Contracts inflate, especially when you have the younger crew who is there on pre-arbitration and arbitration contracts. So, like, we're starting to see that, right? We're starting to go from these 2 to 4 to 7 to $14 million contracts within 4 years, because that's what Bohm's going to make. He's going to make $14 million a year somewhere. And so we have to pay that. That's come due. And so I know what Greg is saying. I know what you're saying. The farm system here doesn't allow for, and I know he meant blowing it up like basketball and football. And even to a degree, they don't even do that anymore. There's just rebuilds. Very rarely do you have to blow it up unless you get someone in there like a real wizard, like a Chip Kelly, and you got to do a full rebuild. Right? I mean, most sports you don't blow it up, but it's harder to keep, everyone's shitting on Harper, but the dude's not getting younger.
Right. They need to start looking at the farm system and see what's available, because you're not going to, unless you're going to go and spend the Dodgers money, which at this point you need to start doing that.
Fun fact. Work for the Mets.
Yeah. Oh, right. Well, fun fact. The Dodgers have paid more in luxury tax than some teams have paid in salary alone.
I saw that the other day. I was
What are we talking about? Like, what are we talking about? Come on.
That's crazy.
That just goes to show me that that nobody cares about the luxury tax. It's a joke. So baseball needs to figure out something else that's going to try to level the playing field a little bit. So these small market teams really have a chance to compete for some of these, just compete for the big name guys, not have to rely on drafting them like a Pirates with Paul Skeens and bringing them up, and then that's where your draw is, just to have them for 2 or 3 years before they have to trade them away to get any value for them.
Yeah, but
they got to do something to level that playing field to make it better for those teams.
They're never going to get rid of the luxury tax, because half of it goes to players' benefits and other kinds of funds, and the other half goes to smaller market teams. So it's never going away. It's never, unless there's a salary cap, a luxury tax is never going away. So for your guy in Pittsburgh who's collecting whatever he collects every year, he's already making money off the Dodgers. So, that's unless that changes, they're not going to care. They're not.
Right. That's what I said. They got to change that. That's what's got to change.
But it's not hurting the smaller market teams because they're still getting money.
Agreed. Like Mark Cuban said, why not stand in the middle of Pittsburgh and get yelled at for $8 million a year? Just to have people yell at you, put $8 million in the bank.
There is obviously got to be a new formula for it. I don't pretend to know what that is. Some teams won't exist if you go through with a salary cap or a league minimum, right? So either way you look at it, I don't care if you look at it from the bottom or you look at it from both. None of that matters. The Farrell stuff has been happening for the last 40 years. Bobby Bonilla Day, when's it over? In 2032? 36?
31 or 32, I think.
Yeah, or maybe early 30s. Okay. So, we'll when the day comes by.
Uh-oh. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody?
2035.
Mid 2030. So
So 10 years.
when was the last time Bobby Bonilla has been on a field in an official capacity and not to throw out a ball? Let's just do the math here.
Like 02 or something.
Was it really in this century? I thought Bonilla retired in the
I wanna
late
say it's-
90s.
No, he
His
retired. in
last Major
2002.
League Baseball game was October 7th, 2001.
One. Okay.
Playing for the Cardinals at the time.
Okay. 2001. We are now 24 years later. Deferred contracts have been a thing for at least that long.
Right.
Okay. It's just going to keep happening. It's the way to keep the books in check. Teams take a hit. They still have to hit that. Like, it's not like they're getting scot-free. They will have to end up paying for Ohtani later by having to pay more money later as well. So not only are they paying more money now, he will take a hit to the team when he doesn't play for them. The team's taking a hit now on that towards luxury tax as well. So the complaint there is that's what Ohtani wanted his contract to look like.
Right, because he wants the team to invest while he's there to try to win. I mean, and granted, who cares if the team wins when you're not playing anymore? He has no loyalty to that. You know, loyalty is a fan thing, not a player thing. You know,
Right, they'll get their return on that on that investment because they now have 2 World Series already with
Right.
that investment since that investment started.
Fun fact: Bobby Bonilla collects $500,000 a year
7, maybe more.
from the Baltimore Orioles until 2029.
How much?
500,000.
$500,000 a year from the Orioles, and then he gets $1 million.
Like 1.1.
$1 million from the Giants, right?
Yep, I love
nuts.
it.
So he makes $1.5 million in deferred contracts for the rest of his life. For at least the next 5 years, 10 years, for the next decade, he's guaranteed at least $1 million. Okay.
Not a bad
depending
job.
on what else he's doing with his life, like you
Nothing.
could almost just put that money. What I'm saying, like if you're making enough money to maintain a lifestyle, just put that money in the bank until it stops, like 2035 when you stop getting it, and then that's really the money you have.
You're Bobby Bonilla. You can live off of the appearances alone.
Right.
Yeah. What do we stop?
I mean, don't touch the deferred money.
Yeah. He would live off
Get
that
your
interest.
appearances.
I'm sure Bobby's doing fine. Relax. He's not. What do you need? Do you think you
I'm
need?
not-
Do you
I'm
think
not worried
Bobby
about-
needs you to be his financial advisor?
I'm not worried
Yo,
about
Bobby,
him.
if you're
He knows
watching
what
the
he's doing.
podcast, call my man Jer. He really can help you out with managing your money, bro.
I mean, if he's gonna call me, I'll take it. I'll take the opportunity.
I'll take
take
the
a cut
call.
of that.
I'm just saying.
And obviously,
Do they make 5%? I'm good with it. I'll take it.
the most uninteresting to talk about of the podcast. That's why we just push it off to the end. I guess this is really not much to talk about. Philadelphia Eagles became February 9th the world champions, 40-22. Little misleading of a score.
I don't think that. I don't remember that game.
I don't
think you're
remember
lying.
that.
Yeah.
Really?
221 yards from
I fell
Jalen
asleep that
Hurts, three total touchdowns from Jalen Hurts.
Wait. We won the Super Bowl? I thought our quarterback and head coach suck.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah.
I needed you to understand they suck in spite of all the things I'm telling you, right? Despite all of the things I'm saying, they're still a terrible team. And I think
Right.
mid-season we were definitely talking about firing Nick Sirianni. Is that correct?
Mhm.
And they just won
Mm-hmm.
the NFC East 2 years in a row. Am I still correct about that?
I
Yeah.
believe you're right.
Okay.
5 straight playoffs.
3-4 weeks ago, it's fire Nick. He sucks.
And bench hurts.
Bench
Yeah.
hurts.
Which
Where's
did happen.
Tanner? And I hated the insincere conversation that went around the bench hurts. It's like, well, when is it okay to talk about Tanner McKee? It's the same fucking conversation. In order to activate Tanner McKee and put him in the game, you have to bench hurts.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't believe. Oh, my God. Idiot Delphia. That's it right there. That's it.
I declared on this podcast
Go ahead.
a week before the season that I was going to declare war and protect Jalen Hurts' name, and I'm still doing it. And I just I'm currently in a debate with a certain fan of a certain team who is trying to tell me that Dak is this and Jordan Love is that, and that it's a team sport and Jalen Hurts isn't good, but Dak Prescott is 36-9 versus the NFC East, and then he's this and that, and then Dak Prescott is 10-5 versus the Philadelphia Eagles, and when Jalen Hurts is gone, we'll still what? Like, it just I have come to the conclusion that people who go on Twitter /X, I need to get a hold of Elon. They all need to take a Wonderlic test. They have to. You can't be allowed, or it's got to be a $4.99 month app to use, because it's some of the dumbest fucking people I've ever come across in this app. And I have literally declared war. I have gone all in. Eric sees the replies. I am as mean. I am as savage as possible. I can't do it no more. I tried and I tried to be, this is why this difference. And you know what? Football is a team sport. Maybe if Dak Prescott didn't take the fucking $96 million extension over 2 years, maybe they could afford other players. Maybe Dak isn't the team player that everyone wants him to be. So, I'm still going to do it to the end of the season. Then once the Eagles season is officially over, actually once the NFL season is officially over, maybe I'll cool down on the Jalen hate. But it's unwarranted. It's unwarranted hate. Yes, he had a really bad game against the Chargers. Like, no one's going to sit there and say that Jalen Hurts had a good game against the Chargers. And if you think he did, you're an idiot. I'm sorry. You look the three of the interceptions were, not an excuse. AJ got hit. The defensive lineman dropped back into coverage off of a delay zone. And the last interception at the end of the game, the defensive player made a great play. He tipped it, and then the other guy caught it by mistake. Those plays happen. Like, I'll take that all day. It sucked. But, and then he comes back and he does this and he does that.
Defense is NFL players too? They're talented, some of the best players in the world on the defense that can go in there and intercept balls.
Not a chance.
The defense, by the way, is also part of that supporting cast. I just want to point that out.
I don't have enough like what is this guy saying? This guy Greg Monroe, like Jalen Hurts.
What 10th? He's the 10th to 12th. Who's better? I'll give you Mahomes. In the league right now, who's better and who's proven to be better?
I mean, the argument's going to be Josh Holmes. You're going to hear
everyone's better than Jalen Hurts. Everyone's
Jackson,
better than Jalen Hurts until he beats you.
Herbert, all those things.
Justin Herbert can eat a dick. He threw 4 interceptions in a fucking playoff game. He can eat a dick for all I care.
Here's your argument.
Greg, I'm going to give you Mahomes.
Mahomes.
Okay, so hold on, real quick.
Stafford has some of the best wide receivers in the game.
Just real quick. No, I'm going off Greg's comment. Mahomes, he beat. Allen, he beat. Jackson, he beat. Burrow, he beat. He hasn't played May. Hurts threw 4 interceptions against Herbert. I get it. It was a regular season game, Greg.
Herbert doesn't play
Threw
defense.
4 interceptions in a playoff. Come back to me when Hurts has 4 turnovers in a playoff game, Greg. Come back to me.
You're
Come back to
stroking
me.
so
He's beaten
hard, you're
Burrow.
crapping out your
He's
internet.
beaten
dude.
Burrow. He's beaten Burrow. Herbert.
Here's a more educated argument, right? The educated argument is they played the likes of more challenging teams like Dallas, the Chargers, the Bears, and they lost, right? And so now, sure, they have very dominant win against the Raiders. They definitely pull some really good numbers against the Commanders. However, a little shaky in the first half. So is it okay that you guys like beating up on people that are beneath you and you can't handle the big boys? So what is it? Are you really a dominant team, or is he just good enough to get you by the okay teams?
Okay, so
Okay. So we're saying Tom Brady is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, right? Possibly the greatest.
yeah,
He's thrown
Never heard that.
4 INTs of the game twice. So now does he get knocked down the list of the GOAT because he did that? Like, what are we doing? Why are we holding this one game in a regular season to such a level that it takes him out of the top quarterbacks in the league right now? He wins. That's all he does is win games. Like that's all that should ever matter on a player and a coach. Can you win?
okay, so I saw a comment real quick that said that it's not just him. Eagles have a top O-line and usually a top defense. So we're going to take away what Jalen Hurts can do because of having a top defense.
How
That
many
makes
passes has
absolutely
the O-line
no sense
thrown?
to me. I mean, it's the O-line's
many-
job to make his job easier. So what are we saying when people make these comments like that? Like, oh, he has a top O-line, he's a top defense. I don't understand. That's the whole point of building a team. That's the point of building a championship roster. Like, what do people not understand about this? Do they think that the only thing that makes a quarterback good is the quality of wide receivers he has? Because I can tell you right now, that doesn't mean Dak Prescott's better than Jalen Hurts. I mean, like seriously, if that was a subpar this year, okay, so what? They're still better than any other.
O-line has been injured this year, but we've also survived a lot more than other teams. This has just been an injury-laden year, and the Eagles are still like last year dodging bullets out there. We're talking,
and they're starting to come around.
Mm-hmm.
They're starting to come around at the most important time of the season.
Yeah.
So I mean, God, it's like
Okay, going back, this dude put Goff ahead of Jalen Hurts because of probably because of the 4 INT game. How many INTs do you think Goff has had in a single game? 5. The great
5,
Peyton
yeah.
Manning has had 6 in a game. Like quarterbacks have bad games. They throw interceptions.
Right.
It
It's
happens.
one game.
Guess what? The NFL, the
Yeah, we can
defenses
hear you,
are
Chris.
NFL quality too. So like, just stop with forget that game. Jalen Hurts is one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the league right now, hands down, and because he wins, so it puts him number 2 behind Mahomes, in my opinion.
So this guy's saying take away all his pretty toys. That's any quarterback with the exception of Tom Brady. I'm sorry, Greg, you're 100% in the wrong.
I don't
This guy has
understand what
done
his point
nothing
is.
but win since he's been in the league. He took a team with a rookie coach to the playoffs in 2021. Took him to the Super Bowl in 2022. Won the Super Bowl in 2024. He's beaten all the quarterbacks this guy has named. Literally has beating every quarterback he's named, maybe with the exception of Drake May. Maybe. I don't know if he's played May, to be honest with you. I don't get the warranted hate, the warranted question on him. The guy does nothing but win, and it bound. And I think what it is. I really think because it doesn't bother him and he doesn't care, it absolutely drives everybody insane to the point where they just post nonsense after nonsense. That's just me.
Hurts is the only quarterback that gets hated on for using his weapons.
Exactly. Exactly. He's the only
Nobody's
one.
attacking Stafford for having the 2 years in a row the highest the receivers with the highest yards, like record setting. Like, come on, what are we doing?
And all those other quarterbacks, by the way, okay, have missed the playoffs. Jalen Hurts has not. Since becoming the full-time starter, he has not missed the playoffs and beaten all these other guys.
And he put in there, Goff can make the easy throws. What throws? Because he completed 37% of his passes versus the Eagles. Like, come on, Greg. Like, listen, if you want to come on here, that's fine. But please have your facts straight. I am not the person you want to get into this with. I'm not trying to be ignorant. I'm not trying to be cocky. But everybody here knows my knowledge when it comes to stuff like this. Like, this is not the place for it. You can voice your opinion. Just say, why you're a fan of him, you want to look at his deficiencies, but don't tell me he's better than every single quarterback that you named that Hurts has beat. He's literally beat every single quarterback you've named with ease at that.
That's one of those things that is frustrating about Jalen if you don't understand what he's saying. And I'm not trying to be the Jalen interpreter. It's not my job. But he says it all the time. And I think I quote him, you don't know what you don't know. Right? And there are people who watch football who are accustomed to knowing certain facts about what they have seen over time. And they're fed a lot of data, right? I think we've kind of agreed with this. Like, Chris, you've said it to a degree. Take the box out. Take the data, some of the data out of the sports, because it paints a picture that doesn't necessarily mean anything in the grand scheme of anything, because what means something at the end of the day, guys? Winning. There we go. Winning.
So, but I just saw something. I need to address this. Stafford, he's making Puka Nacua look good. That's what you're saying, right? Stafford makes Puka Nacua look good.
Oh, this show is getting bananas, and I love it. Like,
just wanted to point that out. Just wanted to point that one out.
Look good.
Yeah, right.
The mistake. Most of Cooper's were yak yards.
Listen, let's not get anything. I mean, Stafford's a stud, but Greg, Stafford was one game from winning the NFC. All right, and if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. Like no, I'm enough with the what ifs.
Yeah, any given Sunday, you get your opportunity.
Jalen Hurts is two quarters away from having 2 Super Bowl rings.
Right, he's a holding call away from going down to the field. Like, come on.
He's a different paint vendor away from having 2 Lombardi trophies.
The whole thing with Jalen Hurts is this. People don't like the fact that he won because he's not your prototypical elite quarterback. That's all it is. That's all it is. They look for any reason to try and bring the guy down, but all he does is win. He's never missed the playoffs. He's been to 2 Super Bowls. I mean, a Dallas fan will tell you different, but I mean, Christ, the last time I can't even say it. I'm crashing out.
Well, it's really just that the winning that we grew up with, or y'all grew up with, maybe that it doesn't look the same. The stats don't look the same for quarterbacks anymore. It's not the same game.
It's a different league.
I'm gonna log into my phone and because I gotta go pick up my daughter. But this is, I bet you right now, Greg feels like Tyler Steen did when Tyler Steen was fighting all 5 commanders. We're all coming at Greg's neck, and it's all in good fun. It's all in good fun, Greg. But that's how Tyler Steen when he decided to fight the entire Washington Redskins line.
Oh God, people. I love people. Sometimes. Yeah. When it comes to the Eagles and the whole Jalen Hurts stuff, I love to feel. I love reading the comments. I love seeing what people have to say. It's like I don't get it. How can you detract from a guy that's just winning games?
Look, I'm gonna just say it. I don't really care anymore. It doesn't matter who I piss off. This wouldn't be a problem if Jalen Hurts was white. It just wouldn't. And I don't mean to make it a racial issue. He doesn't talk like the last 20 years of quarterbacks. He doesn't respond to you the way you are used to. Looks different, talks differently. He's been raised differently. And if he gave you the prototypical, he's giving a Marshawn Lynch approach to it because he has tried to be cordial. He has tried to be very upfront with the press. I have seen him try to do it in his first. He tried to play the game. And the media wanted to have a field day with it. They wanted to talk their shit. And because they did that, he said, all right, I'm just going to do it my way. And I'm just going to handle it my way. But if you really look at it, I mean, I don't like pointing that out all the time, but it's the only common denominator. He's not Peyton Manning. He's not Tom Brady. He just wants to win, and you guys are in his way. You guys being the media.
Yeah, I mean, the media definitely looks for any reason to shit all over him for whatever reason.
Right.
They just do. They really do.
Philly media.
Oh, the Philly media is just trash. Just straight up trash. I mean, you got 2 stations on your radio like that are local that have no clue anymore what they're doing. One's just rage clickbait, and the other one they just make up stuff because their official team is the Flyers and not the Eagles. So they just have to throw the Eagles in there, and then they just say some dumb crap, and people start like that old Jim Carrey meme where he's like typing away. That's what happens. That's just what happens.
Yeah, and there's no other common denominator. Jalen Hurts hasn't been in a billion commercials since having a dominating Super Bowl performance, but we've seen,
All right, hold on one second. I'm going to ask this. Like, okay, so then what is he not? I need to ask that question. Okay, he says it's not because he's black. It's because they want him to be something he's not. What do they want him to be besides a winner?
Because that's what he's doing, right? He is winning.
That's and this is what I'm trying to understand. Like, okay, everyone tries to say, oh, well, he's not this, he's not that, but no one has the answer of what he's supposed to be. They just say he's not it or doesn't have it. But yet the guy has been in 2 Super Bowls, has won a Super Bowl. He's been the Super Bowl MVP. He was damn near close to being the league MVP. The first time he went to the Super Bowl. Okay, so I need to know, what does he not do? And no one ever answers that. They start deflecting to, oh, well, he has all these weapons. All right. So then what's Dak's excuse? Josh Allen, I can see he's a great quarterback and he makes other people on his team look good because he does not have the wide receiver core that we have. I mean, he's got maybe a comparable running back. I don't know.
Yeah, right. And why does he need to be the best at everything in the league if it still produces a win, right? So, Jefferson, I'm telling you right now, I don't want this to be a racial issue, right? The one thing I always say about Jalen Hurts and not as, for me personally, as a fan, not as someone who's, we're doing the podcasting thing, but someone as a fan the one thing I always get to say is I never have to say sorry about hating on Jalen from the rip. I thought it was time for a change. I thought moving on from Carson Wentz was a good idea. That was listen, it was like a barrel of wine. You got a little shit in it. It's hard. It's still a barrel of shit now. You're not going to drink any of that wine. And that's where I think we were at. And we needed a quarterback for the future. But what does a quarterback of the future look like other than 2 Super Bowl appearances and having a goddamn winning record like no other?
Exactly. Like I don't understand what more people want from him. And I mean, Jefferson Sanders here, he says the offense is boring to watch. Okay, I know it hasn't been great this year, but where were you last year? Like boring to watch. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I know it was a totally different like offensive coordinator, it was a different scheme, but boring. I can't say that.
Yeah,
Jared, frustrating.
Jared, am I defending someone incorrectly? I need you and Tyler to kind of like chime in here because you're both. Well, you're a convert, Jared. Tyler, you're a homer. Where were you on Jalen when he got drafted? Were you kind of like all in on the choo-choo train, or were you kind of like, I need to be sold on this? We have a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
I was still blinded by Carson's winning and sold on the quarterback factory at the time.
I wasn't sold necessarily at draft day. I was kind of curious what they saw. Wasn't loving it because I thought Carson was the guy for the future. And it might be just partially my Alabama hate in there as well.
100%.
More like 98. I'll give you 98.
And he was in Oklahoma that year anyway.
Still, he was tainted. Like Micah Parsons, I can never like him because he's tainted by the trash of Penn State. And Dallas now too, so double the trash. But that's beside the point. I don't know. Jalen has grown on me as a quarterback. Like it wasn't a love at first sight when he came in. Took a little while, but he's done everything that's been asked of him to do, which is win football games. And hindsight being 2020, it turns out it was right that Carson was a flash in the pan. So okay, I'm glad that they had somebody ready to move on to, because we've seen that across the league before, where you have this guy that comes in and is tearing it up and is doing a great job in his first couple of seasons or 3 seasons, whatever, and then goes down with an injury or just starts sucking it up, and there's nobody behind him. So now you put your organization, Cleveland Browns, back 5 or 10 years waiting for that next guy to come along. So
I just want to point out, I'm going to send everyone into a tizzy, that Jalen Hurts right now, with 2 games left, has better numbers than Lamar Jackson did in 2023 when he won his MVP. Just throw it out there.
There you go.
I'm here to start the fire and put it out with gasoline.
I think the difference at the time with when Jalen took over for Wentz and won me over not too long was that just the pedigree he's been through the fire, right? We saw. I mean, I don't really pay attention to college, but when you know about his, the battle between getting benched for Tua and getting injured and having to transfer schools and big name schools, both of them having to go through all that versus Wentz was what they were Division II, and it just not the same. Didn't build the same mentality into your quarterback. That's what makes Jalen a winner. Is that he's built it up. He's been through it before, and he continues to work on getting better because of that.
That's his mantra, right? His mantra is, let's figure out what went wrong. Let's try and do it better. Things like that. Now, I've been accused that this is a bad take, that race doesn't have much to do with it. I'm saying the only common denominator for me, I think I asked the question, would he be treated differently if he weren't black? I don't know. I'm not black. I can't tell you that. I can only tell you I know what the list of the last 20 years looks like, and Jalen Hurts definitely doesn't fit that profile. He just doesn't, right? Does he have less charisma than Joe Flacco? No, he doesn't. I think Jalen Hurts has more charisma. Is it like brimming over? No, he tried to be very affable with the media and the press, and immediately they were just really nasty to him. So, and some people said they were holding him accountable.
I liken it to Barry Bonds.
Okay.
When he was coming through his relationship with the media. When he was coming up with the Pirates, he joked around with the media, tried to be friendly with them, and they would just turn up every chance they got in Pittsburgh. Finally, he got to the point where he was like, F you guys, I'm here to hit dingers, steal bases, and win baseball games. And in Pittsburgh, they were winning while he was there. And then when he went to San Francisco, up and down years, but for the most part, they were winning. And he never changed his personality. And I think even before the steroids controversy, there was controversy about him being a Hall of Famer. People were talking, was Barry Bonds a Hall of Famer in the 80s and the 90s before he even looked at a steroid? And everybody said it was mainly because of the way the media dealt with him. And he dealt with the media. He's not liked. Jalen Hurts, the media doesn't like him because he's not that media darling. Mahomes is half black, and he's a media darling. He's dark enough skin that I think if his personality was a little bit different, I think he would be treated differently. I do think that race plays a part of it with the media, that he is standoffish and a black man, and it's in their heads that you can't be both. That if you're black, you got to be the media darling. And I was sitting here racking my brain trying to think of an offense or a white quarterback that did great things and was so standoffish to anybody, but I couldn't come up with anybody off the top of my head just to try to compare the two. But I do think it's partly because his personality and being black does not mesh with what the media wants. And the media will never admit to it as much as they try to say they're progressive with it.
I got a quarterback for you.
His biggest defenders are the black people in media. Like Ryan Clark loves him. Like guys like that love him, and it's everybody else that's just tearing him down. So
I got a quarterback for you who was standoffish, JV.
Okay.
The great Ryan Leaf.
But he wasn't successful, so I'll give you he was a jackass, but he wasn't successful. And I mean, part of that, he was kind of tore down by the media a little bit extra because he was a jerk, you know?
He was Ryan Leaf.
But he was mental.
Yeah, now he sells insurance.
Yeah, and I'm gonna kind of just reiterate, he's got that Marshawn persona now. Now, I'm not saying he's like, I'm just here to be contractually obligated. He's not doing that. But I do think to a degree he has gotten to the point where I think he's said things like, it's what I just said, isn't it? Right? Like, I mean, very short, very sometimes. And is he, I don't know how Saquon's super marketable, right? I mean, he's in Little Caesars riding a horse, right? Is that what he's doing? Is that what the commercial is?
I know the Old Spice, he's like jumping over a non-existent person.
Yeah.
Just like floating in air. So.
Yeah, and so, right, he's doing the hurdle, right? In one of them, he's just doing like the infinite hurdle. And he hams it up. He loves all that stuff. He has kind of always been like a person's person, yanking people out of the parade to get on the bus. So things like that. At some point, I think some people are saying, why isn't Jalen happy? You didn't go to the art museum until you won the Super Bowl, and now you've won it and you're still not happy. Maybe that is the critique. Like, what's good enough for you, or what are you still hungry for? But there's definitely, and is it a game? Some people are suggesting in the chat that it's a game. They love they love this back and forth. Eric, do they love this back and forth as cat and mouse, or is it antagonistic? I think he does care. I think he has feelings.
Oh, he definitely has feelings, but I don't think Jalen Hurts is the type of guy that lets what the media says honestly bother him. I really don't. I mean, this is a guy that grew up with a coach as a father. His father's a football coach. He's been around it. I've said before, like when after his first or second year, Chris and I were doing a show one night, and I said, he says all the right things because he's had his father along the way to tell him, okay, and when they come at you about this, you just stay the course, you just stay focused. I think that's why he's so monotone, that you don't see any excitement from him in front of the cameras for the media to see, but you see the stuff taken in the locker room, and he's hype. I think I shared in our chat group earlier his post-game speech that he gave to the team. I've never seen him that animated before. I really didn't. And it was really cool to see. And I like the fact that he does this cat and mouse thing with the media because he just doesn't care what they think. He's going to go out there and do what he does. Because bottom line, what game was it when someone said at the game, oh man, there's something about the tush push, and he told him, shut up, look at the score, bitch. So that's what he does with the media. He's just hey, we won the game, shut up. That's basically what he's saying without saying.
He said, shut the fuck up.
That was Chris Jones.
Chris Jones. He said, shut the fuck up with all that. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah. It's we won the fucking game. That's
it was a good line.
I mean, I don't think he cares what they say. I mean, do I think he cares? Yeah, I do, but I don't think he cares enough to where he's going to let it bother him.
Greg, thanks for checking in with us. Have fun with Tarkov. I hope you can escape. Again, the big highlight here, I think, of the year is we're defending Super Bowl champions. So if that, and some of the critique to Mahomes is his second year was this was the year of greatness. He's destined for it. Where's Jalen's hype for he's destined for it? I need to remind people that was not Patrick Mahomes' first Lombardi. He had won it. He won it COVID year, didn't he? Yeah, 2020.
Yeah, 2020.
Yeah, he won it in 2020. So, I mean, that just as a reminder that Mahomes was kind of already established going into the repeat season. Is it because people don't think he's a known commodity? He only had one dominant season in their minds. What? Where is this? So, okay, fine. It's not race. Where's the disrespect coming from? I don't want it to be a race issue. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know where the disrespect comes from. I really don't. I have no idea where it comes from. None.
Tyler, do you see any other coaches getting the same the same quarterbacks getting the same type of scrutiny in similar conditions? Do we have any parallels to draw from here?
No one who's winning like Jalen. It wasn't.
Jared, what am I missing?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, it's, I do think it's more personality than it is anything else, but I think it's the other factors on top of it. And he's not the, hey, we played great, my offensive line was takes all the credit. They're the ones that did everything. The receivers did a great job catching the ball. It's like, no, we got stuff to work on. We need to get better. Even winning by 20 points. I had some misreads. We need to get better. Okay. He always wants to get better. And you asked earlier, what's enough for him? I think for him, the old saying is the only thing that's good enough for him is world domination. Like, he wants to be put above Tom Brady. I think that's what it comes down to. And I don't think he cares about the stats of it. He doesn't need more yards. He wants to win more games than any other quarterback. He wants to win more Super Bowls than any other quarterback. He just wants to win, and that's what ticks people off, is that he has that drive and nothing. He's not perfect, and he wants to be, and he wants to get there. But he's also humble enough to realize he never will be. There will always be something to work on.
It's a tall order, but I guess you do it during the prime of your career and worry about it later, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fuzz, like, what are we missing here, man? Cool. Yeah, that's
Dude,
what I
I don't
thought.
His audio.
Can you hear me, pricks? I hate you all.
Yeah, you should.
It's the whole. There's again. It's the narrative when people sit there and they talk about throwing snowballs to Santa Claus. It's easier to hate Jalen Hurts than it is to praise Jalen Hurts. It just is. It's easier to point out his deficiency. It's easier to point out that he has superstars around him. It's easier to point out that my GM is your GM. I'm sorry that your quarterback wants to take $66 million a year. Joe Burrow is running for his fucking life because he's got Jeremy Roman playing center and he's got Eric Perugini playing left tackle. Like, that's not my fault. It's not my fault. Like, stop hating on the guy because he wins and because he knows what it takes to win. Those guys don't. I'm sorry, they don't. Unless you're Mahomes, they don't have it what it takes to win.
It's a never-ending cycle that, where does the cycle start? Negadelphians fuel the local media, and it just never ends, and they fuel each other.
Yeah, well, I mean, one converts to ratings, and they have to fill 4 hours at a time. So I think it's a good way to fill the air. It really, to have that out there. How interesting would it be for them to be, oh yeah, oh you're right, you're right. Okay, next topic. So I do get that there is a generation of, or they need to make a generation of some topics come out, but the low-hanging fruit of our own broadcasters helping perpetuate that Jalen wasn't even top 5 going into the season after winning the Super Bowl is super frustrating.
I think the frustration goes back to what Eric said earlier, basically, was that you asked when is it good enough for Jalen? When is he going to be happy? Well, when's the media going to be happy with what he's done? When are the haters going to be like, okay, he's got it. You're right, he did it. Like, where's that line? And maybe when both of them find that line, maybe Jalen will actually be happy. Like, how much more does he have to do to prove to you that he's a great quarterback?
That goes back to, does he really need someone like Cam Newton's approval?
Cam just wishes he was still in the spotlight. That's all. He had his moment. He had his moment. He blew it, and now he wishes he had it back.
Yeah, you cried after the Super Bowl. You cried and that's not even that's not even me being like teasing you. I'm stating just pure facts. I could probably put it up on YouTube. You cried after losing the Super Bowl. I'm just gonna say it.
And Jalen got better.
Mm-hmm. Didn't cry, but you cried. Like, literally, not figuratively, not like, boo-hoo, you cried. No, bro, you cried.
So funny.
I don't...
No.
He got better, and you're the one knocking him. He adapted, overcome, achieved, and you're the one saying he's not good enough. Okay. All right, bro. Nice hat, by the way. Nice fancy hat you got. Cool hat. Everyone thinks you're super cool. It's only shit rich people wear.
True story.
My God. Okay.
Him and Stevie Wonder had the same wardrobe person.
No, his wardrobe person is Stevie Wonder.
You guys have.
I'm
You guys
pretty sure the guy that does Stevie's wardrobe can see what he's doing. Stevie has no idea what he's wearing. Just what you tell him.
You guys, Tyler, you've seen Stevie Wonder's wife, right?
I don't
Stevie
think so.
Wonder pays child
Neither
support.
is he.
Classic.
I knew I had to get the youngest guy here for that one. Every other old head's chuckling at that. What's coming?
Stevie Wonder pays child support for kids he's never seen. That's awesome.
That's a great line. All right. Do we have any other Eagle? I think that was the biggest Eagle story, the Super Bowl, the winning. We could talk about the Saquon 2000 and all the super plays, but I think it all boils down to the respect factor that's going into this. And I think it's going to be a storyline. Good. Make us the underdogs at this point. Keep talking shit. I'm sure people still have their underdog masks they can take out.
Exactly. Too funny. Good stuff.
Eric, are you anyone have like their final end of year thoughts for Philly sports, where it's going, where you're most excited about? You want to do that and take us out?
Yeah, sure, man. Let's do that. So,
Okay.
what do you guys? Who do you want to start with?
Nothing on the wings.
Does anyone feel brave enough to talk about what you're most looking forward to in 2026 for any of the sports teams?
Me?
I'll say the All-Star game.
Go ahead.
I really hope the organization as a whole does not fumble this. I hope the city does not screw this up. It's a historic. I know they did it on purpose to make it part of 150 years, all that good stuff. Or 250. Sorry, brain went blank. I just hope the city doesn't mess up the whole thing, the whole celebration, going from 4th of July all the way through the All-Star break, everything. And I hope the Phillies do a great job with it as well.
A class act organization, and I have the highest expectations for them. I think it will be done well.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. Fuzz, do you have a thing 2026 hope look for?
Isn't SEPTA gonna be cutting service down to the stadium?
No, they changed that. They're back to full
They're
service.
gonna say it so they get more money from the city.
Yeah.
So the city doesn't look bad.
Since you brought up the All-Star game, I'll bring up the World Cup, and it's an exciting time to be a Philadelphia sports fan in general. Like, the World Cup's a big deal. I know not many soccer people here, but the World Cup is a huge deal. And you're worried about the city fumbling the MLB, JV. We better hope we don't fumble the World Cup, because that's international.
Yeah, we're talking millions more. I mean, and just in volume of people, not in revenue. Revenue, yes, as well. But, yeah, no, it's a good point. I'm looking forward to the World Cup being here. I want to see. I think we did the Penn Relays, every year well. I think we did the Pope pretty well. I think we've done 2 parades very well. I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, I think we will too. I mean, listen, we have a chance to go into 2026 as a potential Super Bowl 2-time repeating champ. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Will it happen? It's there's no clear cut person. Thank you. There's no clear cut better team in the AFC in the NFC. So why not the Eagles? Why can't the Eagles repeat? I'll sit there and say this about the Eagles. They get a lot of flack, but this team has been around since the Nick Sirianni era, and they've done nothing but win. So, I know that they lost in the Super Bowl and they lost in the playoffs, but these guys do nothing but win. They've won in college. A lot of people go from college. They look at Jackson Dart, goes from college, and he absolutely stinks. I can't wait till he retires in 3 years because he doesn't know how to play football the right way. But a lot of these guys do nothing but win, and that's a pedigree to have in the NFL. And if you can carry that over from college into the NFL, you're going to be pretty damn successful. And I think that's the one, again, main benefit of having Jalen Hurts as your quarterback. When you want this guy to be emotional, and you're like, "Holy shit, did he just do that?" Like Eric alluded to earlier, he doesn't need to do that on the field. He doesn't need to do that in the field. He gets the respect he needs from his teammates. I don't need America's Road to Six or whatever that idiot's name is on Twitter to tell me that that Jalen Hurts is this. My quarterback is a winner. My quarterback's been to 2 Super Bowls. Since your quarterback's been in the league, my team's been to the Super Bowl 3 times. So don't ever compare. And listen, Dak's a great quarterback, but he is not a proven winner. He's just not, and it's the mantra he's going to have because of his organization failures.
Dan Marino of our times.
100%. And listen, that's a great person to be compared to. It really is. No one's going to sit there. He's better than Tony Romo. I always sit there and say, everyone will sit there and say that Dak Prescott is better than Troy Aikman. No, he's not, because Troy Aikman brought it to another level in the playoffs. The dude literally turned into what Jalen Hurts is in the playoffs. It really is. Troy Aikman did nothing but complete the passes that he needed to complete. Troy Aikman had that generational offensive line. He had that generational tight end, running back. We all know who he had, his wide receiver, the cokehead. They were just he knew how to win when it counted. And you never hear anybody talk about that when it comes to the Cowboys fans, because the people who were talking haven't seen the Super Bowl. They haven't. Yeah. They're 30. They're going into 30 years now of not being in a Super Bowl. And just a reminder, the NFL did not start 60 years ago, Dallas fans. I just want to remind everyone, it didn't start 60 years ago.
Just a reminder, this was supposed to be, what are you looking forward most to Eagles teams in 2026?
Repeating.
I hear you. I felt Jesus compelled you for all that, and I know you felt it in your soul. But what a way to not fucking pay attention to the assignment, jackass. It's tell me you didn't read the book without telling me you didn't read the fucking book.
I read the Cliff Notes.
They weren't even Cliff Notes.
Bro.
You read the Cliff Notes, regurgitated back War and Peace.
Not even the goddamn question. Not how people are like, wrong sport, right stadium? Nah.
Wrong sport, dickhead. Wrong conversation, dickhead.
Go Birds, dickhead.
Yeah.
Go Birds.
First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own face.
Eric, what are you looking forward to most about 2026 Philadelphia sports teams?
I'm looking forward to when the Sixers finally dump that bum Embiid. That's mine.
The contract? You just want the contract gone, or what do you want?
I want him gone. I want the contract gone. How they're going to do that, I don't know. But I just want it gone and him.
Over Paul George, huh? That's more of a concern.
Yeah, because Paul George wasn't the main part of the whole
process.
Yeah. Paul George was this guy they brought in who they knew was going to take the money like Elton Brand and not play. So
right, you bought what you bought, and you don't get upset because you know fully well you were buying the branding, the IP to get the seats, the asses in the seats. Right, you were okay with that. You're not okay with being okay.
The whole marketing thing. It looked good on paper.
Right. Okay.
But So that's what I'm hoping for.
You want to see some Sixers redemption, shed the old skin, and keep their persona strong.
Give that team, turn that team directly over to Maxey and Edgecombe. Turn that team over to those two guys.
That's what it's what it is. Yeah.
Did I follow the assignment?
Yeah, bro. Thank you so fucking much. Oh my god. Was I the only one there that was like, "What the hell's going on"?
I think I fell asleep.
No, Keith. As soon as he started, I kind of just like looked up at you, and I saw your brow move, and I'm like, "Here we go."
Don't ever text me to tell me to wrap it up.
So I literally said, "Yo, this was like the opening bid to the end of the show. I don't know what you're doing right now. I really, you've gone rogue." And
we need the Academy's playoff music.
This is oh my god, the wrap it up from the Chappelle Show. The wrap it up, B.
You hear our music to our show, the theme.
That's what you should do when we all go. Well, and by we all go off on a tangent. Me, that's just me.
Yeah, this is next time you go on a tangent, you're going to hear this.
If we want to hear you talk, I will shove my arm up their ass and work them out like a puppet.
And as Goofy would say, I'll fucking do it again.
You serious, Clark?
So just to kind of wrap it up, I hope this is our last show of the year. We're going on.
Was that Tyler go?
Oh,
Did
Tyler
get
did
his
go.
look forward to
Wasn't Tyler the first?
Yeah, Tyler was the first.
Yeah,
Was he? Fuzzy went so long that I forgot.
Well, let him.
I'm looking forward to Fuzzy repeating as home run derby champ.
Go fuck yourself.
Dude, I know what you're doing. I know, like,
I'm still waiting for my belt that I won. Damn it!
I gave it back to Durso. He's got to fix the plates. I mean, can we?
What the fuck happened? It was in a box.
Can we just like? I know we did all the talks about the sports. Has anything come across, like, on a serious note, like why Tyler Steen was literally fighting the entire Commanders team at one? Did we ever find out why?
It's about the 2-point conversion. Somebody's ran their mouth out there.
Yeah.
Why are you going forward? It's a dick move, blah, 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 that kind of a thing. And he's like, shut up, we're trying to win. And then it became you shut up. No, you shut up.
If you think about it, it made perfect sense because it was 19 points. That's 2 touchdowns, 2 2-point conversions, and a field goal.
3 scores.
It's like I like
the math seems to check out to anyone who can count. It's fine. It was the heat of the moment, but it really did look like Tyler Steen.
Josh Johnson was the quarterback.
Yeah, dude. The last time we saw him,
3 touchdowns with Johnson as a quarterback.
Last time we saw him, didn't we take him out?
With Mariota as a quarterback.
Didn't we injure him? Didn't we break his ankle last time?
Fucking do it again. No, we put him in concussion protocol.
Concussion protocol. Yeah. Was he San Fran? Is that what it was?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude went into that 3 for 5 in his NFL career.
And first throw is
3 for 5.
Yeah, it's a pick. No, it didn't look like Steam was like I swear to you, it looked like a recess aide, and things got out of control, and he was just getting swarmed by all the kids, or was just throwing out free candy at some point, and shit just got way out of control at recess. It's like he brought out like a bag of Twizzlers, and kids were like, "What the fuck?" And they just bum rushed him, and he was like, "Oh shit, too soon," right, or whatever.
It was don't be a menace to say. What is it? What is the movie?
Don't be a menace to South Central and LA while sipping on your juice.
When Dwayne is swinging at the kid because his friend gets shot, and he's hitting all the little kids.
That's what it looked like. It looked like a schoolyard got out of control, and the adult just lost. There wasn't a dude who came up to his shoulders there.
And like, what is Jalen saying? Yo, man, why are you fighting all them little bitches? You know we already up 19.
That's funny. That's good shit. I love that movie.
There will be no fines. I'm sorry, no suspensions, fines only, probably. 10, 15 grand here or there for some swinging. Can't do that in a game. That'll probably rack you up a few dollars regardless of what happened. But yeah, I mean, that was kind of it was a little wild, but we do have, let's do this on the way out. Let's see if Fuzzy, we just stay on track here. I'm asking for your predictions against the Buffalo Bills game this weekend. I don't need your thoughts on the War of 1812. Okay? Like, I just stay on task here. How about you open up, and anyone can buzz him immediately if he fucks this up.
I think when General Lee hands that ball, I think the Eagles win like 24-20.
Oh, it's close to you. Okay, it's close.
Yeah, there's no reason why. And I'll say the difference maker is the Eagles defense.
Okay, and you play all the starters, right? There's no reason to pull anybody.
No, there's no like.
Just checking.
You're still going for the number 2 seed.
As mathematically as difficult as that sounds, you need a lot of things to fall in your favor. You still play the odds, right?
You got it.
Okay, just moving on. I just want to make sure we're all in agreement about that. I can't even believe that was a topic. Yeah, that was a topic.
You got to do your part, otherwise the rest of it doesn't matter.
Right, and which one of those guys wants to be sat? Like, not one of them. They play 17 games a year at least. They want to play as many as they can.
Mm-hmm. Especially with Jalen Carter and Lane Johnson coming back, you want to make sure you do that.
I heard it said today. It was on one of the sports talks. It's the only thing I agree with that one of those guys said was that if the field is complete shit with snow, rain, and just not safe, you don't put Lane Johnson out there. He's coming off of an ankle injury. It's too dangerous. You keep him off. You know what, Lane? One more week just to make sure you're good when we need you.
Yep.
You know?
So, I could go with that.
Yep.
So I just looked. A.J. Brown is 65 yards away, and Devontae Smith is 69 yards away from
1,000 yards. Yep.
Like, don't fucking.
The only person who's not getting the same type of season as last year, and that's a big change, is Barkley. Right, like statistically speaking, Jalen is putting, he's hitting more Goddard, he's hitting more of these weird cross routes and stuff.
Barkley is over 1,000 yards on the ground.
Yes,
he did that.
Still top 10 in rushing yards.
But obviously, we knew he wasn't going to repeat what he did last year. That's just impossible.
No.
But for him to still get 1,000 yards and still be effective like he has been, that's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike Derrick Henry, who last night scored a touchdown to put his team up in the fourth quarter and then never saw another carry.
I don't want Harbaugh, whichever one it is. That guy is an asshole.
Did they miss his name on the roster at some point? Like, did they just forget you have one of the top 2 running backs in the league?
I don't know, but that was terrible.
Dumb.
Can you imagine if that would have happened in Philadelphia? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Could you imagine if everybody wanted our quarterback benched? Oh wait,
that's every day.
Fuzzy, you're 24-20. You kick it to someone else.
You.
Okay, this is easy. 30-20. Go Birds, dickhead. JV.
I'm going to go 14-7 Birds. I think the field conditions play a factor.
Could be.
Yeah, let me see what the.
Actually, I'm going to go and change that to 12-7 because I have no faith in
12 to
our
7.
kicker ever hitting.
There you go. There you go.
I'm sure that's part of the reason they went for 2, because Jake Elliott sucks.
Jesus. Sunday, we got 35% chance. I believe it's going to start maybe office. No.
It looks like it's going to rain.
Rain. It might be rain now. It was supposed to be a lot of snow if it went freezing.
It looks like it's going to turn to snow.
Yes. Oh, turn into. Okay, that's what it. Yeah, they were supposed to be gonna have more, but it looks like their temperatures went up. So, it's still going to be a shitty field. This is going to be like the last opportunity for, I think, New York to have an open stadium, right? Don't they open up next year, the dome?
I don't know. I don't know if it's
Buffalo's going into a dome.
Yeah, I think Buffalo's going into a dome.
Terrible.
I think it's next year.
That's absolutely terrible.
They want a Super Bowl.
We'll win one.
No, they want to. I'm sorry. They want to host a Super Bowl.
Isn't that the concept of the NFL? Win the Super Bowl.
Well, they want to host. They want to host.
So it's still open air, but it's a canopy covering most of the seats.
Yeah, they want a Super Bowl,
and the field's more heated and all that, so it'll be nice and clean. The new high mark.
So they're going to lose their bravado as Buffalo. Okay, gotcha.
What?
They are making it so you can wear short sleeves with no Under Armour in the dead of winter there.
It's
winter out there. They go shirtless in 6 feet of snow at those games.
Jesus Christ!
I'm letting you know they want that. There are teams for years that have wanted a Super Bowl and just aren't going to get it because of A, climate, or B, they're not a dome.
True story.
We don't care. I mean, I don't think Philly cares about the Super Bowl. Who else do we got left? We got Tyler. You gave us your score.
So we can definitely win this game. I do think Sirianni gets conservative if he feels like it's not going our way. With this, gets conservative with the starters, and I'm not sure exactly Buffalo's position. Are they more desperate right now for a win? I think they're more desperate right now.
I think they're more prone to mistakes than we are at this point. I think we are starting to gel. Yes, there's going to be a couple of first reps coming at it with guys returning, but the more we gel, as you can see, we are becoming into a more whole team, and I think that's the point you're making.
We definitely are, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know for necessarily just one game. But I will never predict an Eagles loss. So
give me the number.
I'll say 2014.
Another close one. Not within the spread though. Eric, what do you got at?
Well, I'm just going to get right to my score. I'm going to say Eagles 24, Buffalo 17. I feel it's going to be a tough game, but ultimately, I think the Eagles are a better team all around. That defense is a juggernaut right now. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Nakobe Dean, like what happens with him if he plays or not. But even if he doesn't, you're going to get a nice healthy dose of my boy, Mr. Campbell. He's going to be playing. He's going to be out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jihad is trying to earn it, and he's trying to get it. You know, it's again more reps, more situations. I think he can fill that. We've seen him do it. We know he could do it this season. Good call on that.
And I'm going to predict another BG sack.
My man's on fire. What's he got? 3 so far?
3 in 2 games.
3 in 2 games. Jesus Christ.
Now, do you
On 16 snaps.
the pressing question? I mean, come on, let's be real. The real big thing is Nikki Bella going to be there?
Pressing. Everybody needs to know. Everybody needs to know.
Coop's having a sparring session right now. You kidding?
Yeah,
I can't believe he hit the 5-knuckle shuffle.
That was beautiful.
and then hit Nikki Bella.
Good for him, dude. He's a good dude. When I grow up, I want to be Cooper DeJean.
Garth. We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
Yeah.
Oh.
You want to take us to the promised land, Eric?
Sure thing. By the way, what show was this tonight? Was this the NEP podcast?
Sure.
The Christmas bash.
It was the NEP Christmas special. Okay, cool.
Broken Bell Network special.
Yep. All right, everyone.
Family of shows.
Are you going to talk like Charlie Brown at the end of it?
All right, everyone
That's a
who has
teacher.
been watching, thank you so much for watching our end of season Broken Bell Network holiday special.
Extravaganza.
The extravaganza. Following us will be Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. But
8/7 Central.
at 8/7 Central. No, but everyone, thank you again for watching us. We couldn't do this without your support. It's been awesome. You can find us on Broken Bell Network on all your social media outlets. You can find our other podcasts throughout the Broken Bell Network family under the umbrella, and always find us on YouTube at Broken Bell Network. So everyone, thank you so much, and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and go Birds, dickhead.
Merry Christmas, stay crazy.
Jingle All the Way Part 2.
Let's go, Birds.
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.